Hey, you guys, welcome to another night of my porch pickings. You guys with Towel Lit. You guys, I apologize for any background noise that you may hear going forward. I'm going to get right into it, you guys. Tonight, first up on the stoop, we're going to talk about Stormy Steele. Stormy Steele from Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys, I think I'm going to title this video Dress Code or something around that or whatever. But anyway, you guys, so if you have been, minding your own business and living your own lives and have not heard about what's going on Love and Marriage Huntsville, they did a trailer. They did some previews of, of the cast and everything. And before the show even begins again, there's already a problem, right? There's already a problem. There's a problem because I think the agenda or what was told to the cast was the theme for the show for the preview season was going to be black and white, right? Okay, so we see the cast. We see they have Scott 1.0, 2.0, and we see Mel and Martell. Martell is in all white as if. I'm gonna leave it at that. We see Letitia and Marceau, they have on black. We see that Kimmy and Maurice, they also have on black. And we see Mel. Mel has on like a metallic silver. Top dress in this cast photo, right? So, okay, everyone looks nice for the most part. I'll get into that later. Then, but those were the only 2, 4, 6 people. It was the core 6 who actually who were cast as Love and Marriage Huntsville. Of course, we have Nell Fletcher and Chris Fletcher. They look nice. I think Nell's dress could have been steamed out a little bit more, or it should have been the bottom part. But other than that, they look nice. We see that Destiny is definitely going to be returning. Destiny, she does her one photo shoot with her, just herself or whatever. She's in all black or whatever. She looked all right. Mel, like I said, Letitia had on black. I think she had on black, and Kimmy had on black. Like, everybody knew the assignment. Martell, he comes in big and bold in just all white. He has to stand out when he really should be standing behind or standing down. But a narcissist is going to be a narcissist, right? And Mel, she's in I think she had on a black and a white glove. And she had on a metallic silver top of the dress. And I think the bottom was black, and she might have had like a white a train on the dress. Okay, you guys, now we're going to get into Stormy and Courtney's look. You guys, they have been a flop from even the last reunion with that pewter pink or that Bismol pink that they decided to come on in. Like, oh my God, get a stylist. Get somebody to tell y'all what's right and what's wrong, right? But Stormy, I think when I first saw her dress was black. It had a white train. I was like, okay. Then I see pictures of her with a metallic top and a black train with black and white, with the black bottom with black and white train. with the split on the side or whatever. And I think she had like a mullet hairdo, because I saw a ponytail, because the front was short, and the back she had a ponytail coming over. I don't know. I don't know. We'll get into it. Okay, I described these looks, and of course they have new castmates on this show. We have Ken, and we have what's her name? I forget the wife's name or whatever. Don't know much about them, so I'm not going to talk much about them. But they do have some more castmates or whatever. I don't know who they're going to be a friend of. I don't know how that's going to take place, because as we've seen, this cast likes to stick to the losing side, right? You see that with this cast, so much so till it's almost unbearable, or it's, for a lot of us, it is becoming unbearable, right? Because it just is, because Melody, we see Melody on this show being in a boat all by herself. She has no supporters or whatever. However, being the boss and the queen that Melody Cherie, Dr. Melody Cherie, has shown us to be, she don't need none of them. She don't need none of y'all motherfuckers. And she is proving that. And I love it. I love it. But anyway, Trisha and Kenneth and Trisha, they're the newest cast members. You guys, y'all got to bear with me or whatever with these names or whatever. But they're on the show. Like I said, I don't know how they came on the show, or by whom they came on the show. All right. So we're just going to have to see how this plays out if you're going to watch the show. But anyway, back to the wardrobe. Back to the photo or whatever. It seems to me everybody got the memo, right? We all know that Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers, is an executive producer of the show, and Martell Holt, he might have some producing credits as well. That's probably why he came in all white. Melody came in the metallic silver that she's been rocking. And remember, you guys, she made that statement, there's no gray area, it's just black or white. And I'm completely down with that. Nobody got time to play games with no one, right? So anyway, if you guys have not, like I said, if you had lives and you have not been listening, I'm gonna just inform you that Stormy Steele and her mama Betty, old faithful ass, negative ass, problematic Betty, they said that somehow Stormy's dress, the color changed. Now, you guys, I had to get clarity on this, because I thought like the first picture that I saw of Stormy, that metallic top on that dress that she had, I didn't think that was a good look. That's my first impression. Did not like it, didn't think it was cute. But I hardly think anything that Stormy wears is cute or becoming, right? So I thought that was the look that they changed her from. But obviously she was changed from the metallic look to an all black look with the white train and all that stuff. And she said, this is what Stormy said. This is not verbatim, but this is what she said, because I read some posts that she did. She basically said she knew it was going to be some stuff, so she brought her own photographer. She brought her own photographer to photograph her and her husband the way she wanted to be photographed or whatever. And when they get the final look, her whole outfit had changed. And Stormy and her mom blamed Mel for that. They said Mel had everything to do with that being changed. I don't know anything about that. I don't, because Mel has never said anything about being a photographer. Mel has never said anything about uh anything nobody else on the show does. Mel is always focused on herself. So my thing is, who decided to change Stormy's outfit? And in my opinion, whoever decided to change it, they did her a justice. They did her a service, because that metallic on Stormy did not look good. The pictures that I saw, the photos that I saw, was not cute. And my thing is this right here: if everyone else understood the assignment, what made Stormy think that she didn't have to follow the assignment? Stormy, and I don't know this for certain, this is just in my opinion, and everything I say in this video, you guys, is just my opinion. That's it, that's all. I have no leg in this fight. However, my thing is, I know Carlos said a while back that Stormy was going to be the new queen bee or whatever of Love and Marriage Huntsville. He said that. And we have yet to see that. That has yet to be proven. I think everyone who's watched this show know Stormy is no one's queen. She's no queen of nothing, of anything. But I'm thinking, could that be one of the reasons why Stormy felt the need to do her own, come with her own wardrobe? I mean, because Mel has been saying, it's no gray area with her. It's only black or white. She's been saying that for some months now. She's been posting that. And then we see Stormy comes in with this metallic gray with leaning up against court. Like, girl, who was this photographer? And the sad part about it, you guys, Stormy and her mother Betty, they are convinced, in my opinion, that Mel had everything to do with her wardrobe change or her wardrobe color. That it was all because of Mel, that they are not taking any accountability. People were reaching out saying, well, this must have been production. Stormy says, no, I like production is nice, or whatever. So she feels like Melody was indeed the one who made the call to change her outfit. Honey, Melody, if that's the case, whoever, Melody Productions, Carlos King, your photographer, whoever took the picture, whoever made the decision to change your dress to all black, they did you a service, because that metallic does not look good on you. It did not look good. That black looked better. I'm not saying it looked good. I'm just saying in comparison, it looked better. And and I think we're all kind of over it at this point, but I don't want to say I'm over it without even going into further details or whatever. It's so funny how, in my opinion, that Stormy is still still coming for Mel. We've seen Letitia has bowed down and bowed out. Kimmy was always on the fence, but it was obvious she played the fence, but it was obvious that she was still going to be on the Scott side. So we realized a while back that Kimmy was not loyal or whatever, and it is what it is. I think I saw a clip of the up and coming season, and Mel and Marceau, they're having a conversation as if Marceau is the only one who's willing to film with Mel, or who Mel may want to film with. Not to get too far off the subject, in my opinion, Stormy likes to throw rocks and hide her hands or whatever. Stormy is a big ass crybaby, in my opinion. She's always the victim. Her mom, I remember Stormy saying way of a while back, she said that her mom always had a problem with her friends. We see that playing out right now in real time on this show. Her mom always had a problem with her friends. I can see her mom always having a problem with her friends. Stormy is an only child. I have an only child. And I only say that because I teach my child how to get along with other people. I've always taught her how to get along with other people, but not to take no shit. Betty, in my opinion, has taught Stormy to always have a problem with any of her friends, to find something wrong with her friends. Because I listened to a interview that Stormy did with Carlos King, and Betty was in the background, and Carlos asked Betty, did she not like Mel before she came on the show, or whatever it was. She said she didn't like her then, and in my opinion, she didn't like her before Stormy got on the show, and she definitely didn't like her when Stormy got on the show. And her reasoning was just, what? She said that she had just told Stormy that Stormy's son was spoiled. And Mel comes in, and Mel's like, well, I think Miss Betty is right. Stormy, your son is spoiled. And I was like, and that's why? Because Miss Betty said, or Betty said, I don't even know, why would she come in and agree with me? Why would she agree with me? like she had an attitude because Mel agreed with her that Stormy's son may be spoiled. We're talking about kids here. Innocence. However it comes, is innocent. Right? And so I think Stormy even said you wouldn't have liked her whether she was right or wrong or something, she said. And that's the same thing I said before Stormy even said that, after I watched the clip. Betty was not going to like Melody whether she said something she liked or not. Either way, she was going to be wrong. I'm going to tell you guys, this is when I realized I truly did not like Stormy. This is when I truly realized I did not like Stormy. Okay, y'all remember the episode when Mel was having her massage done and Stormy was coming over, and Mel said she forgot that she invited Stormy over, but she allowed Stormy to come into her house anyway. And so Stormy just jumps in and starts asking her about Martell, and Mel is telling her, like, before all of this, I was at peace because I wasn't dealing with Martell and blah, 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 whatever she said. I think this is after the trip from Destin that she invited Martell and his mama too, or whatever. Then next scene we saw was Martell looking for a venue for his Ines wine that he was going to be premiering again to Huntsville. And here we see Destiny. Destiny came running up like that cat. Y'all remember that old school cartoon, you guys? I'm putting the phone down for just a brief second. That old school cartoon, the black and white cat. Because the cartoon was in black and white, but it was a cat, and the cat eyes were so big, and the cat was in the clock, like the grandfather clock, and his eyes were going side to side like a clock, and his tail was swagging. That's how Destiny looked to me in that particular scene. So it was hilarious to me because she had the phone or the recorder up to Martell's face and ear so he could hear everything that was said about him, that Mel said about him inside her home, that in my opinion, it seemed like it was verbatim from what she was saying when Stormy was in her home. Now, mind you, I don't know if Mel repeated the same thing over and over again to whoever came inside her home, but all I know is that when Stormy came inside her home, everything that Mel said, it was verbatim from the record. It was verbatim, according to the recording that Destiny had to run and tell Martell about. So Miss Betty and Stormy, Miss Betty and Stormy, they're like, well, you didn't tell your supporters, your fans, your fan base that it wasn't Stormy who recorded in your home. Well, in my opinion, and my question is, how do we know it wasn't Stormy who recorded her in her home? How do we know it wasn't Stormy? How do we know it wasn't Stormy? Because like I said, everything that Mel said in that house, and I remember, all I remember is the conversation that Destiny showed Martell was verbatim as to what Mel said when Stormy was in her house. That's all I know. I don't know too many people who can actually repeat verbatim, I mean to the T, of what was said. Stormy did it, in my opinion. Stormy recorded that because she came in guns a-blazing like she had an agenda, asking her about the trip and everything about Martell, while Mel was trying to relax, get her massage to just shake all this shit off of her. And here comes Stormy with the shit. And I'm going to tell you something. You can't call yourself a friend. You cannot call yourself a friend when you know your friend done went through some shit. If you just take a gander, a thought, some time out, and put yourself in someone else's shoes and what they're going through, and then feel the need to come and question them about what the hell happened. Okay, that was the first thing for me about Stormy. The second thing, well, before I get there, Stormy asked Melody, was she gonna go to Martell's wine launch or wine reveal, whatever the hell it was called. Melanie was like, I don't think I'm going. Whatever Mel said. Okay, why the fuck would Mel? Look, I don't know. But you guys, we're gonna go ahead and move forward to the actual event that Martell had. And you guys, this is nothing new. This is not something that just happened. This is something that happened a couple of seasons ago, right? I'm just talking about the fact how Stormy forever is trying to make Mel her arch nemesis. Like, girl, bye. But anyway, so we get to the actual event. We see, if I remember correct, if my memory serves me correctly, it was Letitia, Tiffany, Stormy, and maybe even Kimmy. And they're all together and they're talking or whatever. And before I go any further, let me go back to say when Destiny went up to Martell to let him hear this recording, Martell had to stop his sister, quote unquote, in her place and tell her he ain't got time to worry about that. Like, he no mess. He no mess, right? He knew that was mess or whatever. But anyway, back to the women together at Martell's wine event in Huntsville. Destiny, she pops up, she walks up, straight up attitude. It was so obvious, like, girl, why you come? Like, why you here if you got such a bad attitude, right? But she came with an attitude, Tiffany said something. She got snappy with Tiffany. I can't even remember what it was, but I'm like, girl, please. But the point that I'm really trying to make is Stormy was so excited. Like, Stormy was starstruck. Stormy said, I just want to see if Sheree's going to come. Like, is Sheree going to be here? You guys, that was that moment for me. I was like, why is she tripping over Sheree coming? Yeah, crickets. Why is she tripping over whether or not Sheree is going to be here? You guys, I'm a little older than Stormy. I don't know if that means anything. But I would not be turning flips or anything just to see nobody like Sheree. That's not taking anything from Sheree. It's just not taking anything from her. Sheree is just a public figure like the rest of them. Sheree is no star. That being said, I just left my homegirl house. And her ex-husband is seeing this reality star. She might come, and I'm excited to see her. What the fuck would I be excited to see her for? I mean, if she comes, she come. That makes for good tea. When I get back to my homegirl, who I know is not coming. But that showed me who Stormy was, in my opinion. You guys, loyalty is everything for me. Stormy has not shown any loyalty. And I say these were the most important things that I saw with Stormy that I did not like. And I have to also admit and take you guys back to the relaunch of Madani when Stormy was there and she brought Destiny a Gucci purse, some little Gucci ass purse that she had in her closet. And Destiny knew that ain't no shit that you just went and said, I'm gonna go get this bitch a Gucci purse. Like, bitch, you know how we last saw each other. You knew what it was. But now you want to come and kiss Destiny's ass because you know Destiny and Mel are not friends. Like, Stormy, you've been a fraud from jump. And I could go even further and talk about how you claim you did not know Coleslaw, and then until you came out and said that you did know Coleslaw and that she was sitting up in the hot ass car. Y'all, that's just alleged. That's just in my opinion. I don't know what the weather was in Huntsville during this time or whatever. When Stormy said she used to sit outside in the car waiting for her friend, who was Courtney's friend, to get off work because he used to work for us or whatever, getting paid pennies on a motherfucking dollar. Stormy, we know you ain't been paying them poor, delusional, nostalgic ass workers nothing. Junior, good for you. Good for you. Go work in the damn fast food restaurant or whatever, because you was not going to ever get no place working under your cousin. I think she just helped you because you had just gotten out of prison. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. That is nothing I know for facts. It's just my opinion. But yeah. I think it's a mess. I think it's a mess. I think it's sad that Mel is so open. I don't think it's sad. No, I'm going to take that back. I think it's eye-opener for Mel to realize that she truly did not know any of these people, any of these castmates. All these people were friends of Martell, knew Martell in some way, some aspect, or whatever. I think it's safe to say Stormy got on this show by way of Coleslaw. Stormy is an opportunist, in my opinion. Mel did not know the Scotts. She was not friends that long with the Scotts. She probably met them maybe a few years prior to her pitching this show to Carlos King, to the OWN network. She didn't know these people. She didn't know these people. Mel said so many times, her real friends know how she is. And obviously, she had not had a real friend. We know Destiny went to school with Martell. We know Marceau and Martell were friends. We know that Martell and Maurice were friends, probably through Marceau. Chris Fletcher and Martell were friends. Stormy and Courtney were somehow connected to Martell. None of these people were connected to Melody. I think that maybe the only friend that Melody really knew outside of Martell was Tiffany and Lewis. And that's just my opinion. It was just Tiffany and Lewis. They were the only ones that Mel actually knew outside of Martell. And of course, we've seen some of Mel's other friends on the show or whatever, who she said they don't want to be on the show. And you guys, that says a lot, in my opinion. And thanks to Winter Harris from Love and Marriage DC, we already know Love and Marriage Huntsville, they don't get paid that much. We already know. And we see them over here, Love and Marriage Huntsville, fighting to stay on this damn show, bickering with each other for pennies on a dollar. Which brings me back to that scene when Letitia went to go visit Marceau while he was, I guess, renovating their home or whatever. And she was like, she wanted to get a new vehicle. And he was like, I told you, I don't care what you do with your half of the money. I think they were splitting like $5,000, right? And she was like, well, Letitia, because this was Letitia and Marceau scene, Letitia said, well, my half goes to not just me, but for the kids too. Your half goes directly to you. Meanwhile, Marceau, and she said, Marceau, you getting this Mercedes wrapped, you getting it wrapped, the paint on it wrapped or whatever. And she's saying she got 3 kids, and y'all, we spending $2,500, and I got 3 kids. I got to make sure they got what, but you got your $2,500 all to yourself. Y'all, if I had a mic, I would have dropped the motherfucking mic right then and there. Like, what the fuck you mean we splitting $5,000 and we splitting it down the middle, but you get to keep $2,500 and I get $2,500 that I gotta split and make sure our 3 children are taken care of. Child, Letitia will be a better woman than I could ever be. That's all I'm gonna say, because ain't no way. And I feel the same way about Kimmy. Kimmy ass, she gave up her good paying nursing job because her husband wanted her to give it up. His ass ain't never had no, and I'm not going to say real career, because I'm not trying to take anything from barbers, because barbers make good money. However, why would you want your wife to stop being a damn registered ass nurse just to pick up being flipping houses or a realtor full time? Now, my thing is this right here. Ain't nothing wrong with being a realtor. Realtors make good money. But it damn sure ain't nothing wrong with being a damn nurse. Nurses make good damn money. Kimmy could have done both. And my thing is, Maurice, it really don't look like you really got much work to do. You could have been a full-time really your damn self. And you could have been making that extra income for y'all. But you wanted Kimmy to stop doing with her damn profession she went to school for all those years, to stop and do what you want her to do. Ain't no fucking way I could let no funny face looking ass Scott motherfucker tell me to stop doing nothing. Nothing. You guys, I'm about to end it right here. Y'all, please like my video, subscribe to my channel. I just went off a little bit, but y'all, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. This is dress code. Like, this is what it is. Y'all have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.